Subscribe to Beautification channel for all craft and DIY videos. Also hit bell icon to get updates. It's totally free.
Hi guys, this is Purnima and today I'm going to show you my collection of stamps, different kind of stamp, how to work with stamps and stamp ink and how to maintain your stamp properly. So first stamp that I'm going to show you are these acrylic stamp. These come in different shapes and different sizes and you need a stamp ink to stamp the proper stamps, and if you're working with the clear stamps you have also need the acrylic block, which is clear block. So let's start with the first. I will show you how to use the block. As you can see that these clear stamps are like put in the, they are already present in a sheet. They are already like put up in the sheet. They have a little all the drawings are there so that you can know where to stick them when you're done with them, and whichever clear stamp you want to work, just take that out. It has a very jelly like consistency and it is very bendable, so you have to take that and I have to put that on the block, and whichever color you want to use that stamp with, you have to just dampen your stamp with the stamping and put that on the paper wherever you want with a little bit of pressure. As you can see that if I'm trying that to stamp the ink again, it is not stamping. So every time you want to stamp the image, you have to damp your like the stamps again in the stamp ink. So every time you have to give a stamp image, you have to dampen them in the stamp ink. To clean them, it is very easy. You have to use a wet tissue or you can also use a wet cloth. Just make sure that you are using not using very harsh chemicals on it, because it is an acrylic and jelly like block, so you can just destroy the ridges of the stamp. So make sure that you're using a very nice damp tissue or damp cloth. Some particles or some traces of color might remain in your stamp, but that is like very minimal and that won't affect your stamping in the next procedure. As you can see that the different type of acrylic block. The first I've used the small block and next I'm using this big block for bigger stamps. And these are acrylic, clear acrylic blocks, so you can just remove the both of the side paper and you can stamp them, but I just remove the one side of paper, so it's easy. As you can see that the ink, with the help of these clear stamps, the stamp image is really very clear and very sharp. So depending on the quality of the stamp image can be really very clear or it can be really very bizarre. I personally like these clear acrylic one because these are easy to clean, easy to maintain, and as you can see that in the sheet in which they come, the drawing is there of the image of the stamp, so you can easily maintain them where you want to keep them. So there are different type of acrylic stamps. The next one is the rubber stamp. As you can see, I have two collection of these rubber stamps. Like as you can see that one has a different kind of small stamps. Another one is border stamp. I got this in the collection of all the stamps. This was one set in which has a lot of stamps. On the one side the image is given on the wooden block, and on the next side a proper rubber stamp is given, like the actual stamp that we used to use in old times. It is like that. So I'll show you how to use them. You just have to put that like this. As you can see, I'm damping my rubber stamp in the stamping ink and then putting a little bit of pressure. As you can see that in this kind of stamps, the stamp image is not very clear, so you have to damp them a lot. Lots and images and lots of figures comes in this kind of rubber and acrylic, but I personally like the acrylic one better, because in this acrylic you know where you are putting the image. In the rubber stamp you're not knowing where to exactly put the image, and it is difficult to clean as well. And as you can see that the image is coming clear, but it is not as clear as it was getting in acrylic stamps. So if you want to invest your money in stamps, I would really suggest you to get them in acrylic one, because these are acrylic one are a bit of cheap, as they are not of wood and they come in really very different sizes. They are very cheap, as well as they come in different sizes. As you can see that again I used the border one, and still the image is not very clear, which I'm very not happy about, because I really love the images that it is showing in the rubber stamp, and I would really wish it to be like that. But in actual the image is not coming exactly like that. So I'm not very happy with the rubber stamps, but I'm really happy with the acrylic one. So if you want to spend your money, I would really suggest you to, or very recommend you to use the acrylic one. And after I was trying to clear them, it was really difficult to clean them, as it has lots and lots of ridges. They are not bendable, and they're difficult to clean and to go inside the ridges and clean them. And in the acrylic one, they are easily bendable, so you can just bend them and clean them. So this was my collection of rubber and acrylic, and my final verdict is, if you want to spend your money in stamps, and you can get the acrylic one, they are easy, and they are like easy to work with, and they are get in different sizes and shapes. So guys, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe to my channel for more some videos. Take care.